Hi guys, my name is Stephanie and I am back with another DIY. Today we're going to be talking about how to remove blood stains from mattresses and pillows. I've seen a lot of videos and tips online that make this process really complicated, but there's a really pretty easy way to get rid of these stains, and all you need is something that you can get at your local drugstore. This 32-ounce, 3% concentration of hydrogen peroxide usually costs around $1.50 at my local drugstore. This 3% hydrogen peroxide is a great natural cleaner that can kill bacteria, kill viruses, it can disinfect, and it can even break down the proteins in blood stains. I'm using the straight hydrogen peroxide, no water added, and a microfiber rag to dot at this old blood stain that I have on this mattress. That blood stain is probably 4 or 5 years old, so it does work on older blood stains. You will need to do a little bit of scrubbing and dabbing to lift that stain out of the mattress. For this small blood stain, this hydrogen peroxide got rid of it in probably less than a minute. But for a bigger blood stain, something thicker on your mattress, you are going to need to let it sit sometimes for 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure you're really saturating the blood stain and blotting it up. You're going to soak it up with a clean towel. Make sure that you're trying to lift all of that stain out of the fabric as you're working, saturating the stain and then lifting it up with a clean area of the rag or a completely different rag that's going to absorb the blood stain into the rag and lift it off of your fabric. Removing a blood stain on a pillow works basically the same way. I'm just going to saturate that rag again with the hydrogen peroxide and completely soak the stain while trying to blot it up. The fabric on a pillowcase might take a little bit more scrubbing or rubbing action to get that blood stain to loosen out of the fabric and lift out, and it might take a little bit more time for the hydrogen peroxide to be soaking into that fabric. So sometimes I leave it for 10-15 minutes, come back and do a little bit more scrubbing if it's an older blood stain or just really tough to remove. If you have blood stains or period stains on your bed sheets too, you can use these same steps for removing them on bed sheets. But it's important to know that if you have dried those sheets in a hot dryer with that blood stain on it, the more times you do that, the more you're increasing the chance of never removing that blood stain, because that heat is going to set that blood stain into the fabric. So whenever possible, whenever you get a blood stain or a period stain on bed sheets or pillowcases, make sure that you are treating that blood stain with the hydrogen peroxide before you wash and dry those sheets in a hot dryer. 3% hydrogen peroxide is a low percentage of peroxide, but it is still an oxygenating bleach, so it can lighten colorful fabrics. So you might want to test that hydrogen peroxide out on your bed sheets to make sure it's not going to lighten it. Or you can use an enzymatic cleaner too on bed sheets and pillowcases that is more protective of colors. You can see here that removing blood stains on a pillow can take a little bit more time because the fabric is completely different than it is with a mattress. So you will need to do a little bit more scrubbing and work on pillows to remove the blood stains. But the great thing about pillows is most of them can be washed in a washing machine. Check your label just to be sure before you do it. But after I treat the blood stain, I am going to put this in the washing machine with an oxygenated bleach. So I like to use OxiClean generally. I have another video showing my exact steps for how I clean pillows in a washing machine. So check that out if you need the help. So this is what the blood stains on my pillows look like after I scrubbed for a couple of minutes, and then I let the hydrogen peroxide sit on the stain for 10 minutes before finishing up with a final scrub. You can see that the stains are pretty much 99% removed. After I washed these in the washing machine, they'll be completely back to normal. I hope this video helped you see how easy it can be to remove blood stains at home. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I do try to answer them whenever I get a chance. Good luck, guys.